Good morning. Sorry, we are late. I was, on hold, and I didn't think it would take that long. So I gave up, and I will deal with it after stream. And it feels like the hold music, like it was like loud, quiet. Loud, quiet. Like the whole time. Like for the full 45 minutes I sat there. On hold with Costco for elite membership, right? Costco would never. Yeah, I gave up after 45 minutes. Oh, it's partner anniversary. Thank you all. I may have noticed if I wasn't dealing with hold music. Oh, so we gave up. We gave up after 45 minutes. Where's my other palette? Oh, I know where it is. It's in my office for a different project. Mal doesn't check mod? What? No, I didn't. I was on hold. And while I was on hold, I was just alternating back and forth between talking to Chaz, looking at Instagram, and one of my bike friends is on a trip and he was posting pictures. Because he is somewhere where it is like 70 is a high. And I'm so jealous. So nice there. They put you on hold because they saw you were offline? Maybe. I'm cleaning off my palette, and then I'll read alerts. We're painting this mushroom today. We're gonna finish this painting today. I just need to redo all of this. I think everything else looks great, and I'm super happy with everything else. I just don't like that foreground. Oh, I know what stretch will help. This one. That's better. Final mush. We just have foreground painting to do of moss. We have a 37-month resub from Paint Chipper, 24 months from Fire Goddess. Paintbrush clicks. It's the final mush down. 40 months from Layla 3, 39 from Brina BX, 27 from Stalker Mike, 14 from Aggregated Molecules, and 11 from Dragonstorm. Thank you all for the resubs on this partner anniversary. We're gonna finish a painting. I got asked to make a cake next Friday. Not necessarily for stream, but in general. So I'm debating doing that for stream next week. A root beer cake? No, it'll honestly probably be plain vanilla. So, I gotta talk to someone about it. They were like, hey, could you make a cake for so-and-so? I want it to look like one of these two things. And I was like, let me do some research. I normally don't do shape cakes. I just like to make funky flavors and make them pretty. Like, making them look like something is a whole thing. And they were like, yeah, no worries, get back to me. And I was like, okay. And so I looked up some options and I was like, okay, I could do this. I forgot my entire palette of what I'm doing for this painting. I need my sketchbook. Shape cakes are, They gave me 2 animals and they were like, can you make one like this? This is not that painting. This is the painting before. This is that painting. All right, I'm pretty sure it's everything I have out except sap green. Fondant and modeling chocolate are easy enough to make, but their flavor is, yeah. So they gave me 2 animals, and one of them was a pig, and I was looking at, like, I typed in, like, pig cake. And there's some amazing cakes. But then there's just, like, the circle, and then there's, like, fondant ears and nose and eyes. And I was like, I could do that. It's just a pink round cake. And then the other animal was shrimp. So I typed in shrimp cake at first, and it was, like crab cakes, but shrimp. And I was like, no. And then I found one, it looks like a loaf of bread on one end, and then it just, like, curls into a shrimp tail, and it's just done, like, so poorly it's good. It was very funny. And I was like, I don't think I could do that, but it's very funny. And given who it's for, it's extra funny. And I don't have a bundt pan to make, like, that curl. So, like, just the pig face should be easy enough, right? But I've never worked with fondant or modeling chocolate. So I don't really have experience with that. I'm trying to think of, like, what else I could do, and I'm like, I could make it out of Sculpey and just have it be decorative and not edible for those details. But that's a whole thing, and I don't have time because I'm going to be gone for, like, a few days. Sculpey is inedible, right? Correct. Sculpey would just be a decorative element. Okay, painting. Like I said, here up is great. I love it. But here down, I do not love. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it work. It's moss. So I'm going to take a bristle brush and tap in moss detail and make it be in focus. And that's just how it's going to be. I do need to finish this part of the rock because I don't like how it looks right now. What color do I want with that? Burnt umber and titanium? I think so. So last night, I went line dancing, which was an experience. And there was supposed to be a class. And the class was, here is one song. We are starting an hour late. And then it was everyone else knowing every other dance. And like, it was fun, and it looked like it would be fun if I knew the dances. And the song that I did learn was easy enough. Like, I used to do ballet. Like, picking up a dance is not difficult. But I didn't know anything else. And I was trying to, like, follow along, and I was doing okay. This is too warm. Ultramarine's my blue. Do you remember the name of the song? No. I do not listen to country music at all. There was one that was, it looked really fun, where they were doing their little line dance. It was mostly girls. And then there were like gunshots in the song, so they would do like their 32 counts. And then there'd be like, they'd all like make finger guns and like point at someone. And if you weren't pointing back, you were out. And it looked very fun. I don't know what it was. I don't know any of the songs. Oh wait, I Shazammed one of them. How do I get to? Sixes to Nines? That was one of the songs. Oh, I made that too blue. I mean, like I said, it looked fun. I just didn't know what I was doing. Like, the cultural dance I learned growing up was polka. I was with some bike friends and they were from Texas, so they were like, let's go do this. We have a 38-month resub from Anise. Hi. Morning. I never thought of polka being cultural. I just assume most people didn't grow up learning how to polka. I learned square dancing, but I'm in Minnesota. This was line dancing. I did square dancing a few months ago, and that was like a legitimate class, and then we did square dancing. So we would learn the dance, and then they would, we had a live band for square dancing, and then they did it. Like, they had the collar and everything, and that was so much fun. I had a great time with square dancing. But the line dancing was like, here's a bunch of people who already know what's happening and we're not going to teach it, and that was not as fun. Like, it was neat, and it looked like it would be fun if I knew it or learned it or went regularly and learned it. Alright, how do I feel about that? That feels better. Okay, that rock is good. Oh, I need a paper towel. Now we can go on to fixing the moss. So my thought here is basically work back through all my colors. And then as I get into the highlights, the midtones and highlights, switch to bristle brush and tap that in so it has texture to it and not just like blurry mess that it is currently. And I have burnt umber on my palette, so we're just going to start with that. What brush do I want? Is this filbert too small? No, not really. It might be. What it is it's too warm. We need to cool that down with some blue. Why does work back through all my colors sound like painting it again? Because we are. I'm filling back in the shadows. And then we are going to tap in the highlights and give them texture because we don't like how they look. Also, I painted way too much green right here. We have a 39-month resub from Lunar. Happy partner anniversary. Thank you. So, you know, like Bob Ross style trees that I've done in other paintings? That's what we're doing for the moss. We are just going to put them in focus. I shared a picture of the painting with the person who took the photo. And he was like, "It's so good. You're done with it?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I don't like how it looks." And he's like, "What do you mean? It looks great." And I was like, "Everything that's yellow at the bottom," I was like, "I don't like it." And he's like, "Oh," he said, "I was so distracted by the mushroom, I didn't look at that part." And I was like, "I like the mushroom. The mushroom is great." It's like, that's not the problem at all. There's a little line I don't like. Is that chalk or is that paint? Chalk. Oh, good. I didn't want to have to fix that. Something got messed up here. That's fine. I put way too much dark colors here. This should have been lighter. Yeah, we're gonna work in every of the dark color, every shadow. So we have a shadow brown, we have shadow green, and we have shadow yellow. So I need ochre. We have a 14-month resub from Tech Absol. Wondering where my emotes went. There they are. There's our emotes. Now we can paint the green shadow. I don't think I used Jenkins alone, did I? No, that's way too saturated. And that is not blue enough because I added a little bit of the yellow ochre on accident. There's no green over there. Okay. Now all the shadows are back in. What do I want to start with? I think brown. So I need to find a decent bristle brush. What are my options? All right, we're gonna start with something larger, like maybe this one for brown, because the smaller ones I think are more for small details. So this is the plan. Tap in color. Let it have sharp, detailed spots. And then we're going to rotate through brushes. So now I'm going to take the green, maybe work brown, green, yellow through these, because yellow is going to sit on top for the most part. This is so yellow. It's like way more yellow than I need it to be. Oh, that's way too much on the brush. Leave that alone to dry. Move back over here. Have I ever considered using a very fine brush to add couple details to the foreground? The mushroom has sharp lines, which is why the foreground feels blurry. The foreground was supposed to be blurry on purpose. There's a very shallow depth of field on the photograph. that I was trying to recreate, and I just didn't like my handling of it. So now I am making the foreground in focus with some texture, trying to make it feel more intentional and less like a sloppy mess. That's what I'm doing. I didn't like the foreground at all. That was the problem. It wasn't just that it needed a little bit. I didn't like it at all. But I'm already starting to like it more now, which is good. So we're deviating from the photograph at this point. We have a subscription from Jessica Adam EC Art. It doesn't have camel case, I'm sorry. But welcome in. We've been working on this mushroom painting for a couple weeks. Visually in the photograph, it's so blurry, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. But I can see where the moss is supposed to sit, and we're just making it up. But I think that's the better call here on what I should be doing. And I ran out of my yellow color. Nope. All right, that was yellow, ochre, ultramarine, and a little bit of titanium. I take that back, that was not ultramarine. Yellow and blue make brown. No, yellow and blue make green. What is moss other than stringy mess? Someday I want to go into the Pacific Northwest and just look at all the moss. Let's try that again. Umber. We did consider going to the Redwoods for our anniversary, but that was a lot, in more ways than one, to try and figure out planning and getting across the country and Adamek. Okay, hi, welcome. Thank you. I could see parts of it in the username, so I was like, oh, how am I going to say this? Thank you for clarifying, but welcome in. This is just a little more yellow than the color I had mixed up a minute ago. back to this. One Washington or the other. Fair. We did consider one Washington or the other. Probably should have done a bun for my hair today. This ponytail is starting to get too long, and I'm liable to drop it into the paint. Do I have any bobby pins? Nope. I used to have like 3 bobby pins sitting right here. Built-in paintbrush. It's too soft. My hair is very... There's no stiffness to that. All right, what did I do first? Brown? Was it brown, green, yellow, or was it the other way? Let's do green. Too soft. Wow, how horrible. To be fair, I never said it was a good paintbrush. Yeah, it's not a good paintbrush. How do I feel about this green? Is it too saturated? Yeah, just a little bit. When did I last get a haircut? It's about every 6 months I tend to get a haircut. March. Like 2 more months? It feels so long already. All right. Brown highlight is running out of burnt umber. See, the problem with me getting a haircut is the curtain bangs I have. When they get too short, I can't get them in a ponytail or anything. And my current cycling hairstyle is either double braids, space buns, or one side braid. And especially if I do the side braid, then these don't get into anything. And it's not awful, it's just a little frustrating sometimes. I also switched shampoos recently. And I'm not sure I like the new one yet, but I haven't used it enough. They stopped making the kind I liked. Okay, back to yellow. And then I think it's going to be every color with one more highlight after the yellow. Okay. Back through the colors. Green again. And there's less of it for some colors. Like there's not much green highlight. So I'm already into the brown highlight now. The green's already done. Hi, you. I hear you making noise.
I'm always making noise.
Good morning.
I've been up a bit.
Yeah.
Just came.
This arrived? Oh. This arrived. I got paint on my fingers. It's a bandana. Thank you. Would you put it on my desk?
Yeah.
Or my chair?
That, and I think the rest of the blank Nintendo Switch cases that I will need for the rest of my life. I think I'm all set forever.
Did the ottoman show up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you know that they weigh like 5 ounces?
No. That's fine.
Okay. And as long as they hold weight, I guess.
Yeah. This brush may be too small. I don't really have a good option instead, because I've gone through all the bristle brushes. Light ottoman to go with light table. All right, how are we feeling about this new moss texture? Zoom? Can you see where I'm painting? Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was on the Zoom screen or not. It is the best one of all of them so far. There's going to be at least one more of this layer for highlights of it. And yellow for sure. It's gonna have two because I haven't done this one for yellow yet.
Yeah. Mega Ran, Super Soul Brothers. You ever have one of those strange days where you're just not quite sure what's going on? I step out the house, stop short, oh no. Read it by your punk bouncing on a pogo stick. I move quick, getting got to know what kind of place is this? I don't know. Not a city that you like to go. There's all types of Eiffels, frightful blows, mean runaway dogs, spiteful crows. The goal is survival, so maybe I should go. Got no idea where I am, don't know, but here I am. So scared I am. Seems it's only getting worse now. Kinda wish that I was earthbound. Now, as if I couldn't have more bad luck. I see a cop, but he's not calling for backup. I run and give chase him before he can catch up. I'm slapped up by some kind of attack slug. Usually I'd have a chance in this matchup, but this slug isn't normal. He's mad tough. Things aren't seeming to add up. My town's going crazy. I'm about to crack up. Got no idea where I am. Don't know, but here I am. So scared I am. Seems it's only getting worse now.
That's too much yellow. There we go.
I see mice and ants that are quite gigantic. I'm tough and all, but I don't like my chances. Reports say UFOs might have landed. Try not to panic.
And I'm out of bristle brushes again. I want them to have sharp definition, and when you have damp bristle brushes, it just makes it blurry. Which, you know, is kind of the look we had been trying to go for.
Kinda wish that I was earthbound. Hey, yo, there's gotta be an explanation for the situation I'm currently facing. Monsters are chasing and misbehaving, and no one is coming to help. Amazing. Shrooms are rambling, punks are skating, sprouts are raising, cranky ladies complaining, thinking I'm their plaything. My feet are aching, the world needs saving, time's a wasting. Come on, got no idea where I am. Don't know, but here I am. So scared I am. It's only getting worse now. Kinda wish that I was earthbound. I see a bee, but
I should have planned this better.
it's been so untouchable. Taxis, directors,
Okay, we have 5 more, and I don't think this one is going to work. It is way too big.
even the dream is happening. I'm tossing and turning, my team is laughing. I'm sweating, wheezing, we gasping, and now they release the kraken. Here we go.
Where are we? Yellow.
Where I am, don't know, but here I am. So scared I am. Seems it's only getting worse now. Kinda wish that I was earthbound. You know, saving the world is only a hobby of mine. Most of the time, I spend most days doing nothing. But occasionally, when the calling occurs, I do what I gotta do. It's nothing. Mega Ran and the Super Soul Brothers. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Solution, shrink the brush. Oh, that's easy. I should have thought of that. Okay, we're going to do this color for brown highlight, and then we're gonna do one more yellow. There's a few spots in the shadow areas I want to touch up, but not many. I think it's looking pretty good. This feels like Okage music. All right, yellow highlight, and then we are going to stand up and take a look at it from a little further back. They've honestly melded in my mind. All right, I'm gonna stand back for a second and look at this from a little further away. All right. Some of these areas are bothering me. And in general, it feels too bright. So I'm just going to tap in some of these shadows so they don't have harsh edges. We have a 16-month resub from Nat Common. Hi. Welcome in. Okay, that helped that problem. A little bit. That was too much white. Working from home? Nice. Do I want to tap in a mid-tone again, or do I want to just do a wash and soften everything? Kind of thinking wash. Will I regret that though? We don't know. Okay, so we're doing just a wash. All right, I think that was successful. Now we're gonna do the same with the yellow. It's a little softer. Still pretty soft. That definitely softened it in a good way. Like, I'm happy with how much it softened it. Okay, I'm gonna step back again. I think it just needs softened even a little bit more. The wash knocked the brightness done? Yeah, it did, but I think it just feels disconnected from the top. So the texture I did with the bristle brush was good. I think it's just too fine of texture now. If that makes sense. Also, this part I don't like. But that's not a highlight I need to fill in, it's a mid-tone. And for some reason, I'm just working through all the yellow first. That made no sense. Will I be signing this in Yinmin? Either that or white? I don't know. It's a great question, Vagabond. I thought about doing it in Yinmin. But I did Cobalt for this, so I feel like Yinmin would be too much. Like, maybe I should do it in Cobalt? Okay, now we're going to do the same thing, but with brown. And out of this color again. It dried out, because I didn't cover anything today. we have a 40-month resub from Storms002. Hi. Welcome in. We are finishing mushroom painting today. There's something I'm not liking about it. Time to step away again. It's somewhere in here that I'm not liking. think everything feels too disconnected. And what I mean by that is like, there's like this, and they're kind of cloud shaped. They're not melding together enough. I think I just rounded some of them way more than necessary. So that's a thing I have to fix with highlights. Because I treated them a little bit too much like clouds, I think. What is moss if not floor clouds? It's a little floor cloud. I think they just need to be more horizontal. Much better. There's a few other spots yet. But we're looking a little less cloud-like. All right, time to step back again, but I think we're getting near the end of this. I think I need to make the rock warmer because it's blending into this moss. We need to just force it one way or the other. What's wrong? Do you not like muffins? I actually really like muffins. Radio Dread isn't even here to be upset. But I am. Are you upset by the song or because you do not have a muffin? Both. At least it's short. I don't like what's going on here with this. So we're trying to fix it. That works. Okay. 300 bits from Lunar Pearl. The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. I think I'm also going to turn this grouping of moss yellow. Chaz, how would I get a muffin? It's literally impossible. Costco changed their muffins, and I don't like the new ones. They used to be large, and now they are small, and the small is not quite the same. They used to be half your daily calories. True. They did. All right, can we live with moss like this? Costco has all the things. Can you live with moss like that? I don't like this still. That part is bothering me. Because there's some sort of like stick-esque moss thing here, and then like I've been painting it and it just hasn't looked right. So that's been frustrating. I feel like this song has been coming up a lot lately on my shuffle. Okay. I think I can walk away from it now.
They're here. If they get that bomb to the hatchway, we're all done for. Send Manco at all costs.
Change my mind. Alright, now I have to decide what color I'm doing my name. I'm thinking cobalt. Because cobalt would actually show up. Let her paint. I think cobalt. Do I still have it out? I do. I have it out. What was I mixing this cobalt with? Burn umber, maybe? I think it just needs a small, tiny bit of burn umber. This brush is great. It's in really good shape. It's just too small. We need something a little bit bigger. Maybe this one. The problem with cobalt is it's a little more transparent than I need it to be. The reason I like painting my name in white and black is because I don't have to do this. There we go. Now, I do see a tiny spot on the mushroom I want to work on. Tiny spot. That. Where's the other little highlight? Here. Listen, there's just a tiny spot I don't like. Tiny spot. Who's gonna notice it? Just me. Okay, I can live with all of that. We're done. Where's the good brush? There's the good brush. Make sure that's a little extra clean. Yay! Let's lock my iPad so I don't keep looking at it to see what I need to do differently. Take the brushes away. Paintbrushes down. Steven thought I should do a painting where I literally give myself a deadline and I'm done and I have to like actually ration my time and be like, we're spending 15 minutes on the background and then like setting a timer and then just letting what happens happen. It might be fun. Would you allow yourself though? No, it'd be like a thing, like we're gonna do it this way. However it turns out, we live with. Yeah, this was supposed to be a quick painting. But I'm happy with it. And I think it looks good. I need to erase the chalk around my name yet. Jess says restrictions breed creativity. I know, Jess. I don't know if I like the blue on my name. It's dry enough. I'm going to go back over it in white. Or black. I don't have black here. Black is in my office. Because I'm using it on something. Do I have black in here? I do. Yeah, the signature is changing. That's a little different. Blue doesn't feel appropriate. Black feels much better. It's a little bolder than I normally sign it, but that's fine. Okay. There it is straight from the front and not angled. We have sides done, except this one. And once stream is over, I'm going to work on that while I sit on hold again. All right. Thanks everyone for being here for these too many weeks of streaming this painting. Tonight on Steven's channel, we will be playing Hitman. And I don't remember what we're doing in Hitman actively right now. But it will be fun. I'm sure there will be at least one fish that gets thrown in the vicinity of someone, if not at them. Oh, we're starting Hitman 3. Ah, that's right. Time for Hitman 3. There's gonna be no stream Sunday, no stream Monday. There will be breakfast stream Tuesday, and no stream Wednesday. Breakfast stream Thursday. And next Friday, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing yet, if I am going to do a very time-limited painting, or cake decorating, or I do have a Lego set to put together, so it's going to be something. I'm not 100% sure what yet. Bet you can't guess what Lego set I have. If you didn't see it on Steven's stream. What about cake stream? I mean, maybe. I don't know for sure if I'm doing that yet. It was just like, hey, what do you think of this? And I'm like, I could do something. Baby bike. It's like this tall. It's pretty tall from what I know. It's like this big. But maybe we'll decorate a cake. Maybe we'll start a new painting. I don't know yet. There will be something next Friday. All right, everyone. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday. I'm going to continue painting this and sit on hold and listen to hold music. And then I will see you back on Steven's channel for Hitman 3. Have a good afternoon.